Justin, who's next?
Yan, we have Mr. Ruel Manipon of the Daily Tribune. Sir?
Hi. Hi, good afternoon, and congratulations for all the production staff for the series. My first question is for Dolly or anyone from the staff. Why did you choose to make a series as a sequel and not another movie? And how was the experience different in making it?
Actually, it was Dreamscape who wanted a series for this to happen. Parang yun yung when we, kasi after the movie, parang we already nag-message na yung Dreamscape sa amin that they wanted to continue this the movie to continue. Tapos parang yun, mas gusto na kasi talaga yung series. I think kasi sa panahon ngayon parang mas okay din gumawa ng series compared sa movie. So that was yun yung isa sa mga main reasons. And parang gusto rin kasi nila na kasi if we do it into a movie, medyo gusto kasi nila mas makilala pa yung mga characters. So pag sa series kasi 'di ba parang mas makikilala mo sila kasi mas mahaba siya, episodic siya. So yun yung naging goal nila. They wanted people to relate more to kung sino ba talaga si Dominic at sino ba si Luke. So yun yung reason kung bakit siya ginawang series compared to a movie.
Yes. My second question is, what are the social issues, specifically LGBT issues, tackled in the series that are not tackled in the previous movie?
Actually, yung po, siguro yung, syempre, again, yung topic of sexuality, yung topic of, kasi sa movie, dinaanan siya eh. Pero dito sa movie, mas in-expound namin yung mga nadaanang issues before. Like example, yun nga, yung issue ng sexuality when it comes to sa isang all-boys Catholic school. And then also, paano yung usapin ng sexualidad sa pagdating naman sa pamilya, sa 'di ba, sa character ni Dominic at sa character ni Luke. So, at saka ano yung magiging stand ng family, at saka ano rin yung magiging stand ng eskwelahan mismo doon sa iyon. So, basically yun po yung mga pinag-uusapan pa rin at pag-uusapan ng series na yun. At saka, yun nga po, like nasabi ko kanina, kahit na lumawak po yung mga issues na tinatackle, this is still at its core a love story between Dominic and Luke. So, babalik at babalik din po talaga sa mga personal conflicts nila at sa mga decision po nila sa buhay.
Thank you very much.
Thank you po.
Thank you, Roel. Justin, who's next?
Our next set of questions will come from Miguel Dumawal of ABS-CBN News.
Hi everyone. Congrats to the entire team on the series, and we're looking forward to it. First, my question will be for the boys, Romnick, Vaughn, Keann, and Victor. In the movie, they talk about toxic masculinity.
Boy, Miguel, hindi ako boy.
Sabi dun sa mga first episode, hindi ka easy girl eh. So, but yeah, there. Yeah. To the four I mentioned, dun sa may first episode, there's a scene na palaging kinakansyawan si Luke ng mga classmates. And even in the film, palaging may ganung mga scenes to the point na nakapagbugbugan nga si Luke. What experiences have you had na you might be guilty of that behavior? And paano nyo na natutunan na hindi siya tama? Toxic masculinity.
I suppose mauna na ako dahil ako yung pinakamatanda sa mga boys na binanggit mo.
Sige, sir.
I personally, like, upon myself, I've never gone through that because I've always been very quiet growing up. I've always been soft-spoken. I've had friends who would call out some of our other classmates. And, you know, I have this thing where I like to observe people. And I've observed my friends who did the calling and my classmates were being called out. And I realized it hurts them. It hurts them, it offends them. And they feel alone and they feel scared. And And being a small guy like myself, I wasn't very big when I was young. Parang sabi ko lang, I don't want to feel like that. I don't want to be that way. And I don't want to be the reason why he feels like that. So I try to make friends. Dumating dun sa point na even in my own family, I was asked by one of my uncles if I was a member. And I got offended. Not because I wasn't or I was. It was because parang, whoa, it's the way you use your words, it's the way you talk, and it's the way your voice sounds that is offensive. Na parang there is something ultimately vile and wrong with this kind of personality, and I don't want to feel like that. I don't want to be like that. And so I told myself, I just won't do it. Especially, I have to admit, I did not agree with it when I was young, pero it wasn't reason enough for me to bully anyone. And I'm just happy that I never had to do it. Not to say that I'm a better person, just to say na, I guess even at an early stage, I was a little bit more sensitive as to how people would feel. And I wanted people to feel the way I'd want to feel, you know, like you're always safe, you're always welcome to share your opinion, you're always a part of a bigger group. And so personally, I never practiced any of it. Growing up, it was late. I have to say, I became an ally pretty late. Siguro mid-20s na when I started saying things like, Tol, stop. Alam mo yun, tigilan mo. It doesn't make you a better person, doesn't make you a stronger man, doesn't make you anything. It just makes you sorry, di ba? Yung, wala eh, hindi mo pwedeng gawin yun and you're not supposed to do it. If you don't agree, then don't agree, but don't put people down. Ganun lang. And when I became a parent, it was even more apparent that you have to stand up, especially for young ones. Not necessarily your own children, but sometimes you see young kids being bullied into and being called names, and it just shouldn't happen. So, you know, I think it's part of how you're raised, how you grow up, and the kind of environment you're in. But really, it's not necessary at all. Toxic masculinity, that is.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Ako naman, actually, I 100% agree with Sir Romnick. Coming from the youth perspective, me personally, when it comes to toxic masculinity, whenever I've met people who are toxic when it comes to someone's masculinity, I tend to really cut them out of my life because, of course, you don't really want that type of toxicity to be part of your life. As much as possible, you want the people who surround you to be positive, to always be supportive and whatnot. So the fact na, but personally, then my personal experience, I haven't really met anyone who has shown me that type of, you know, negativity when it comes to toxic masculinity, because of course people know who I am, how I am, and I'll say it upfront. And I'm really comfortable with myself. Although I am straight, pero I'm really comfortable with myself to the point na there will be times I will be soft. There will be times I will be like those, you know, really masculine. But the reason why I'm like this is because it doesn't matter to me. I am who I am. If you cannot accept me, then it's better if you move on with your life without me. So that's just me personally. But in general, I think it's best then we have to try to reduce toxic masculinity as much as possible, because of course, not just for, you know, people older than us, but of course, ang focus natin is the youth, because we don't want to really influence people who are younger than us to be like this, to be negative, to tell them na parang men should always be strong and we never cry and whatnot. Because of that type of negativity is what affects a lot of men nowadays. Na parang we're afraid to express our feelings. We always have to be hard and strong, but deep down inside, it's really hurting us. And all of that is really the major cause of toxic masculinity. So I think it's best to really, it's impossible to completely obliterate it, but it's best to really reduce it as much as possible, especially sa youth. We have to be a good influence, and I think this series shows a good message of that.
Thank you, Keann.
Yeah. Could I go next?
Go ahead, Victor.
Yeah, Miguel. Yes. Exactly what Keann mentioned also. Because back in the days, the gold standard of a man should be like yung maskulado talaga, balbasarado, tapos hindi ka pwede mahina. At as soon as makita yan ng mga tao, nako, yan dyan na nagsisimula yung toxic masculinity. But again, it's a new era. We're living in a new time na, hey, it's okay to be soft. We welcome that. It's actually, you know, who wants to be bullied? I hate bullies, you know. If I see a bully, I will bully that bully. I'm that type of person. And, you know, it's respect. It's respect at the end of the day. Tao pa rin yung nasa kabila. And me personally, I remain indifferent kasi. And this industry, the showbiz industry, modeling industry, I've been immersed with, you know, with the whole community. And observing na parang, after all, you know, we're all human beings. We share the same values. We share the same beliefs. And it's just sad na may snippets pa rin of what used to be the standard of a male figure. And it's good that we are changing our perspectives about this slowly, but it's actually, yes, a huge step already. And this show is also on that side na showing that, hey, it's okay. And we'll stand up for who you are, for what you believe in. Because we're all human beings at the end of the day. We share the same space. We live in the same area. We live in the same planet. So yeah.
Copy. Thank you, Victor.
Ako naman po, Vaughn po. Hello po, Sir Miguel.
Hi, Vaughn.
Growing up po, I've seen a lot. Siguro mga elementary ako. Nakita ko maraming mga classmates kong nabubully because may soft side sila. And I've realized na may soft side din pala talaga yung mga lalaki. It's just that yung culture natin as a Filipino, napalaki tayo no, na parang kailangan yung lalaki ganito, kailangan yung lalaki makisig, kailangan yung lalaki hindi malambot. Pero I've realized na we're just human beings, diba? Marami tayong mga hindi pa na discover na personality sa sarili natin. Even yung mga guys, unti-unti nilang na discover na may soft side din pala sila. It's just that marami ngayon yung natatakot din talaga. Tama yung sinabi ni Keann na parang ang daming natatakot ng mga guys ngayon na na-express yung soft side nila because yung culture dito sa Pilipinas is parang na-impose sa atin na kailangan yung lalaki ganito, kailangan yung lalaki para makisig lang. And it hurts me. It hurts me kasi I mean, it's a matter of respect nga, sabi nga ni Sir Victor. Respeto lang tayo kasi may puso din tayo eh. 'Di ba? Marami din tayong mga pagkukulang, marami din tayong imperfections sa buhay natin. It's just that parang kailangan lang din talaga natin i-accept kung ano yung meron sa isa't isa. Tanggapin natin kung ganun sila, tanggapin natin. Huwag tayong maging toxic, huwag tayong maging huwag natin ipalaganap yung stereotype na lalaki ganito, yung babae ganito dapat. Marami tayong mga yung sinasabi na diversity of personalities, kumbaga. Hindi pa natin rediscover, pero sana dumating yung araw na matanggap ng marami na marami tayong iba't ibang personalities na dapat matanggap. At kung sino tayo, yun tayo. Sana matanggap ng marami. Someday, yun nga sinabi ko, someday sana matakal din yun. Yung bakit natatakot yung maraming tao na i-express yung sarili nila because na-impose sila na dapat ganito lang dapat yung personality nila. Ganito dapat yung pagkatao nila. So sana mabigyan boses din yung marami, lalong-lalo na even straight guys, 'di ba? Na wag kayong matakot i-express, wag kayong matakot maglambing sa mga tropa niyo, to say I love you. Kasi nararamdaman nyo naman yun eh. Kung nararamdaman nyo, ipakita nyo. Kung nararamdaman nyo, sabihin nyo. 'Di ba? Yun lang po.
Thank you, Vaughn. Grabe, sobrang well-spoken ng mga gents natin dito sa sa series. Next question na lang last, MJ and Justin. This is for Jody, if she's still on board, and also Direct Dolly and Adrian. If Miss Jody, if you can see, sagot na rin po tayo sana. So the film and the series tackles religion in the traditional way yung teaching ng mga all-boys schools, Catholic schools. And si Jody, I know she's been open about her faith as well, and Adrian also. Direct Dolly, we haven't had the opportunity to meet. So kung meron kayong strong na pananalig sa faith, how have you reconciled that religious aspect of shunning same-sex relationships and with your personal perspective?
Siguro ako na muna. Hi, Miguel. Nice to
Hi.
meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Ayun, yes, I'm a very religious person. I mean, I believe in God, and yun nga, yung pinagbasihan kasi ng movies, my own experience when I was in high school, na alam ni Kuya Nick to, bilang press kaming dazers. So, nag-volunteer talaga ako sa isang retreat, optional retreat. It was called, Days with the Lord. Until now pa rin naman active pa rin siya sa ibang mga schools. At doon doon ko talaga naramdaman yung how, yung our relationship with God, we dictate our own relationship with God. Parang it doesn't really matter kung ano man ang sabihin nila. Basta kung ano yung pinaniniwalaan mo na yun yung totoo, na kumakapit ka sa Panginoon not because bakla ka, but because tao ka, na meron kang relationship sa Kanya. Kasi dun sa Days with the Lord, we call Jesus Kuya Jess. So that's how I always refer to him. Kuya ko siya. At ganun ko siya tinitignan. At feeling ko hindi niya ako ginajudge dahil lang bakla ako. Or ginajudge niya ako dahil mabuti akong tao. Diba? And I think that's what's important. And ayun yung gustong sabihin ng pelikula na parang, and even this series, na parang, despite, I think God, paniniwala ko talaga, na kinreate tayo ng Panginoon the way we are now. Diba? We are created to be like this. I was created to be gay, And hindi naman siya gagawa ng isang bagay na parang, diba, ikasasama natin, diba? Mahirap maging bakla, pero kailangan mo siyang pagdaanan para mas maging, matatag ka sa paniniwala mo sa buhay, pati rin ang paniniwala mo sa Kanya, na all things were created for a purpose. And that's what I want to ipakita sa pelikulang ito and sa series na regardless, kung bakla ka, basta hindi question yung pagiging bakla when it comes to religion. It can coexist. Hindi porket bakla ka, hindi ka na pwede maging religious. Hindi porket bakla ka, kailangan mo ng, alam mo yun, i-disown si God kasi sinasabi ng mga tao dyan, kinukutan ka ng mga Bible terms against, homosexuality, diba? Hindi mo naman sila kailangan pakinggan. Basta alam mo sa sarili mo na wala kang ginagawang masama, it will shine through, at the end of the day. It's that relationship with the Lord. Yun.
Dagdagan ko lang din yung sinabi ni Dolly. I think
Yes, sir.
siguro basic lang naman din kasi na parang God is universal, and then at the same time He doesn't discriminate. I think yun yung importanteng malaman din ng tao. So kung ano man ang preference ng bawat isa, He will respect that. As long as na wala kang ginagawang mali, as long as wala kang inagrabyado, as long as na minamahal mo pa rin yung sarili mo, I'm sure that na God will support you kung ano man din yung kung magiging preference mo, kung ano man yung magiging choices mo. Kasi at the end of the day, yun naman din yung importante na nagpakabait ka, naging tama ka, naging responsable ka, at kaya mo respetuhin yung sarili mo at kapwa mo.
Thank you, sir.
Hi, Miguel. Good
Hi,
afternoon.
Jody. Good afternoon.
Yeah, to answer your question, well, what I know about the God we serve is that He is love. And He is the kind of God that doesn't condemn nor judge. So if He has that kind of character, then who are we to judge, to condemn, or to discriminate others? Diba? We are here to love one another.
Simple. Thank you, Jody. Adrian?
Hi, Miguel. Thank you so much sa question na yon. Kukot ko lang din yung line ni Dominic dun sa pelikula. To love is to honor God because God is love. So in that sense, medyo pareho kami ng perspective ni Direk Dolly. And ako personally, yung faith ko, marami ng pinagdaanan yan. I grew up in a conservative Catholic family. So I grew up hating myself because ayokong maramdaman yung mga natural na nararamdaman ko. I don't want to be attracted to boys kasi bawal siya. Narinig ko na bawal yun. So I grew up hating myself. And nung nag-college ako sa Lasal, dun ko natutunan yung iba-ibang soji, dun ko natutunan yung iba't ibang faith, iba-ibang paniniwala sa mundo. Dun ako naging liberal and naging atheist ako actually that time. Tapos, it didn't work out kasi fundamentally, I'm a very spiritual person. And so ngayon, umabot na ako sa pag-merge ng truth ko as a person and ng relationship ko with God and spirituality na because God is love and to love is to honor God, we have to understand that if only I had a choice, Miguel, if only I had a choice, I would just choose to be straight kasi mas madali maging straight. But I wasn't born that way. I have these natural urges and bakla ako eh. If may feminine side ako. And I also have a masculine side and I embrace all those qualities about me and I think yung purpose ko is to live out my truth so that I can show other people na sila din, they can live their truth. As long as wala kang natatapakan at nasasaktan na ibang tao. Yan yung purpose mo sa mundo, it's to spread love. So, ganun lang siya.
Thank you very much, Adrian. Sana naririnig ni Headmaster to lahat ng mga sinasabi niyo. MJ, Justin, maraming salamat. And good luck to the team.
Thank you, Miguel. Thank you, Miguel. Nice to see you, neighbor.
Nice to see you.
Alright, tuloy-tuloy lang tayo. Justin, who's next?
We have James Miguel of Showbiz Ganap. James.
Hi po, good afternoon.
Ay, naglalabanan kayo ni Adrian ng
Oo nga, nagulat ako. Yung first question ko for Direct Nolly, kasi sobrang curious ako, Direct, kung yung love story ba ng yung love story side ba nito is based sa real life na nangyari?
Well, meron siyang snippets. Like, naman sinasabi na parang lahat naman ng pinanggagalingan nating kwento, may katotohanan siya. So, oo, true. Lalo na yung movie. The movie was really based on, my personal experiences with the person that I love. Pero itong series, siguro ito yung mga what ifs ko sa buhay. Diba? Parang, this is na yung what if kung nagkatuluyan kami, what if kung pinanindigan namin yung isa't isa. So, yun naman yung nangyari dun sa series. So, fictional siya. Charot! Ayan.
Okay. So, parang ito na yung mga what if side. So, yung The Boy Foretold, yung mas totoong nangyari dun sa story na nangyari.
Parang, kumbaga siya, it was a parang mixture of all the different, relationships or crushes that you've had dun sa mga taong inibig mo. Kasi marami ka namang inibig, di ba? So, yun yung movie. Parang pinagsama-sama ko yung mga ganong mga kwento ko sa buhay. Pero syempre, meron siyang specific na parang, eto siya. Yung especially yung character ni Luke, meron talaga akong parang dinedictatean doon. Kasi, when I wrote this nung 2010, parang it was my way of as a play pa to nung time na yun. Parang it was my way of letting go of, the feelings that I've had or yung kwento namin together. Kaya ko siya naisulat nung 2010. Gano'n.
So, direct, based sa high school life. Tama? High school.
So,
Kaya pala, sobrang relate ako coming from an all-boys school. As in, halos lahat nung kwento ng story na re-relatean ko. So, ayun. Thank you so much, Derek. Sobrang na-enjoy ko yun. Yung next question ko naman for Keann and Adrian. Kasi dun sa trailer, parang somehow against all odds yung peg nung characters nyo. Kaya ba personally, ano yung stand nyo sa pag-take ng risk sa mga taong mahal nyo or na makaka-apekto din sa buhay nyo like career or sa personal or sa family life? And willing ba kayo take your risk? Why and why not?
I'll go first. Okay, so you're asking if I'm willing to take the type of risk, like personally as Keann Johnson.
Yeah.
Okay. Heavy ng question. First of all, thank you for that question, James. Honestly, I'm the type of person kasi na if I see this that there's a future in this, then I will really risk it all. whether it be pagdating sa, let's say, love life, or sa trabaho, sa pag-aaral, or pagdating sa pamilya. If I see that that destiny is telling me na parang this is good for you, that you should go all or nothing, then I will risk everything in order to fight for whatever that is. Pero if I see na parang some part of me still has doubts, or people around me are telling me na if I do this, a lot of bad things, there will be repercussions, na ganun parang, then there will be some part of myself that will doubt then, and baka mamaya I'll have regrets, so that I'll ask then yung mga what ifs and whatnot. So I'm one to take risks at moments na I know is worth taking the risk. But if I know it's not really that much worth, then I'll try to fight for it as much as possible, but I'm not going all in.
Thank you. For Adrian naman.
Hi, James. Anong klaseng risk to? Sa relationship ba to or in general?
Parang yung risk na yung, alam mo na may possible na mga magagandang mangyari. Yung parang against all odds lang talaga.
I think kailangan lang na mahalaga na yung pinanggagalingan mo ay from a place of love. And na yung dapat wala kang, for me dapat wala kang nasasaktang ibang tao dun sa choice mo. Marami naman talagang challenges, yung mga bagay na pipiliin natin, na hindi yan mawawala sa buhay. Pero dapat handa ka talaga eh. Hindi naman, kasi nga hindi simple ang buhay. Line din yun ni Dominic mula sa series. Dahil hindi simple ang buhay, kailangan maging handa tayo na harapin yung mga pagsubok na dadating sa buhay natin. So, ayun. Hindi madali ang life eh. Sorry.
Correct.
Okay,
so,
James.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, MJ. Thank you so
nice to meet you, James.
Pares pa tayo ng call.
Correct.
Justin.